Greetings, fellow traders. Bill here. It's time for the daily market wrap for Wednesday, October 7, 2020. I hope everybody had a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's check see where we left off the market here today. So SPX monthly chart. So with today's decent gap up today and then push up, we ended up 58 points today. So green chart on the monthly chart. Weekly went from that red shooting star candle to a green month here too. Definitely helped with the gap up. Now it's a closing gap up, right? So we gapped over those lows, but we stayed within yesterday's range, right? So we're still kind of tight inside day here, but ended up being a decent close overall. So let's see how that holds. If we look at the SPY again, it was pretty low volume day today, so inside day, but it did give some interesting moves. But we did chop around yesterday's areas pretty well. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the futures and see how those are looking today. This is what we were tracking today. So it's pretty cool stuff. It was it gave just kind of held this channel all day today, right, and kind of worked its way back up. Finally got up to the signal zone, the scene of the breakdown here from yesterday, right, and found a little bit of resistance here. We got a nice little short right here off of it. This is right at the end of the day, and it's still continuing down here. So it did give some good upside moves too, right? So a nice breakout at the open over the what we talked about this week. We talked about the turning point levels, right? So the pre-market turning point level right here. So it gave a nice move at the open, right? Retrace move up here, and then really grindy, right? So this is a big level for it. It's an old signal zone, old area of chop, right, where we chopped around a lot there, chopped around a lot here. Once we broke out of those levels right here, we got a nice momentum move up, right? Consolidated for a little bit, came up to the signal zone, tested the top of the channel, a little bit of a rejection of that one. Tested some levels up here. It got really choppy in this area. It's like and now let's see how it holds. Let's see how it holds this channel going through the rest of the evening and into tomorrow, if this wants to continue to work its way back up. So again, channel here, right? Same thing here on the MES. So let's this is kind of our big channel of interest here going into today. So let's see how that holds going through the night. Let's take a look at the Qs. Okay, so again, a lot of grindy action today, right? Kind of some nasty at sometimes, right? And then once it got up, it moved and moved, grind. So it makes it really tough. Not really super duper, smooth to trade, but it did work its way back up today, right? So we had that going on here. IWM is usually pretty grindy, so that was just kind of chopping around here all day today, and it kind of moved with the market a little bit there. Let's take a look at Apple and see how that behaved today. So Apple is pretty cool. Gave us a couple moves today. We got a nice short off of this pivot right here, right, as it couldn't get over the highs. Right, gave us a nice shooting star candle right here on the 5-minute chart, right, to get us down a little bit here, a little bit retraced, and then pushed, right. So we saw that going on with Apple today. Tesla finally got a little bit of volume, kind of like doing Tesla's thing, right. So gave a nice break right here. Members actually did well on this one, right. We love when volume comes into Tesla, especially on some news, right. So you can take this 5-minute candle up here for a decent move, but with Tesla, right, you got to take profit, right? So because watch out, if they try to push it down, then you had to double inside 5, and it ended up working its way back up, right? So for a nice move there. Other than that, a couple other names of interest today that were pretty good. Let me get these pulled up right here. So let's see. So we got Boeing, Facebook, Netflix, and let's see what else we had. And this and oh, yeah, that one. Okay, so good. So we had Boeing today too. So Boeing's pretty interesting, right? So this is definitely still on the radar going from yesterday. So yesterday had a horrible move on Boeing, right? So, but again, it's tough to short off of these daily candles, like a big daily candle there. So we wait for a pause day. So it gave us an inside day today below the 50-day moving average, right? And if you do just a retrace off of yesterday's candles, it stayed below that 382 retracement. So keep an eye on Boeing right here. If it does break to the downside tomorrow, we may see some bearish activity on Boeing. Facebook, guys, this has been on my bearish radar for like every night, right? After it put in this spinning top here, right? Why? Because from the highs to the lows, right, it gave us a 382 retrace and it gave us a reversal candle, right? And then it gave us an evening star reversal, inside day, failed to break the inside day, broke down yesterday, and then it hit our target here at the bottom of the cloud. And also there was also a here, let me get this off there, and so we go here. It was actually off of this level right here. It was pretty close to the 618 retrace, right? So those are kind of a combo cluster level right there that we look for follow through off of yesterday's candle. So that actually gave us some nice short opportunities today. Netflix is on our bearish radar going into the open, right? Gave a nice U-turn type move, right? It's been like reversal again, and it finally popped above those levels there with some increased volume. So Netflix is good, but it was tough to get an entry intraday, right, because of the pullbacks. But if you grabbed it from the open, right, it gave you a nice move right here. It's retracement on that one, if you wanted to buy the dip on it, was pretty close to that 618 right here and off of the 80 EMA, right? And then ended up working its way back up, getting over the 15 orb. And again, Netflix is a tough day trade stock these days, right? So you kind of got to be in it to win it, right? So so kind of gave those moves off of Netflix there. A couple of the ones that were on the radar today, Workhorse. Okay, Workhorse, still kind of choppy, but again, it's inside day today, so let's see how that holds going into tomorrow. Again, keep an eye on those electric vehicle names. They do continue to be interesting. CVS, one of our members bought the dip on this one today and did quite well on it. CVS sometimes can give some big moves, right? Came back on the retrace here at below the 15 orb low, 618 retrace, right? Confirmed over the 15 orb high, double inside 15, and worked its way up pretty nicely on CVS today, which is pretty cool. Not a name that you see all the time. And then DKNG. Okay, so this is looking pretty interesting right here. See the 618 retrace? That's off of the daily chart here. So from these lows to these highs, right, we're at the 618. I was hoping it would close a little bit stronger over the 618, right, to try to work and fill this gap here from yesterday. But now let's see how it holds these levels going into tomorrow. Maybe we'll get an inside day and it'll start to work its way up. So anyway, some stuff to keep on the radar, guys. Hope you guys found that helpful. We'll see you guys at 7:30 tonight on the free YouTube live stream. Be sure to bring your chart requests. And until then, stay healthy out there. Remember, risk first and stay safe. Stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.